Merry Meat Fiber Magicians. As promised, this is Fiber Magic Crochet 101. Let me situate the camera so you'll be able to see my hands. Very good. Okay. So, Fiber Magic Crochet is the practice of using crochet in spell casting and magic workings, not only to create magical tools, but also to do the spell casting themselves as a way to use the stitches to incorporate correspondences into your work. And this could be used in anything that you make it a little more magical. So when you're doing straight up magic with crochet, it's good to have a natural fiber for a couple of reasons. The most attainable and affordable is cotton. It comes in all kinds of colors. It comes in all kinds of weights. You can get cotton thread all the way up to thick yarns. This is a 4-ply. This is the same as using an acrylic. It works up the same. You use the same hook as working with an acrylic. And the reason why we use cotton in spellcasting is that the natural fiber will not hurt the Mother Earth. If you decide to burn this or bury it or charge it or discharge it in the magic in whatever way you see fit, how you usually do that. Cotton will not harm wildlife. In fact, if you save your little scraps when you use it and put them out in the yard, the birds will use them in their nest building, and it'll actually enhance nature, not hurt it. So that's why we use something like this. It just another reason, the natural fiber holds a magical charge much better than a man-made acrylic yarn. And the yarn itself, the cotton, will add a correspondence to your work. Cotton is strength and durability. Now, other natural fibers that you can use in your magic would be bamboo. They make yarn from bamboo. And if you've ever had a lucky bamboo, you know that using that yarn would add the correspondence of luck. Add luck to whatever you're doing. It's also sustainable. So that would be an added benefit to your magic. And hemp. You can use hemp twine, hemp rope. You would have all the properties of the hemp plant. Anything from calming, relaxing, insightful, meditative, right up to strength. Hemp is much stronger than cotton. And also sustainability. Most definitely, hemp could save the world. And versatility, because you can use hemp for food, fuel, fabric, you name it. All right, so that's your first layer of intention when you crochet magically, is what the yarn is made of. All right. So now here is the actual actions needed. Every project you start with a slip stitch. And the reason that you have a slip stitch is you need that flexibility in the yarn. You want to be able to snug that loop right up to your hook. The reason why you have different size hooks is because the hook will determine the size of your stitches. It also, your tension also is a factor in the size of your stitches. So you got to make sure that you are relaxed. Shake out your shoulders. Not too loose, not too tight, just right. All right. So to make a slip knot, you form a loop in your yarn like this. See that loop? And then the short end is brought behind the loop. And you take your alligator fingers, pinch that piece of yarn, the short end, and then just pull it through. Just the loop. Don't pull it all the way out to the end. This is why they call it a slip knot. All right. So now I see a lot of new students try to start too close to the end, and then they end up pulling that piece all the way through, and that's going to give you a knot, a real knot that's not going to slip out. Okay. So give yourself some room. Don't worry about it. Give yourself some length. Hold the yarn between your thumb and pointer fingers. Put your thumbs together. That automatically makes the loop. Bring the small end to the back. Alligator fingers. Grab the loop and pull. And there you have a slip knot. Put your hook through the slip knot. Pull the short end and it will snug up against the hook. Not too tight. You want to be able to move your hook back and forth, right? Grab your yarn, pointer finger up, use your thumb and middle finger to hold that knot in place. Don't let go, otherwise it will spin around on your hook, right? Hold it in place. Now this is how I hold my hook and yarn. There is a myriad of ways to do this, and I want you to find what's comfortable for you. But just to begin with, try this. These fingers keep your tension, right? These fingers hold on to your work, and this finger acts like a bobbin in a sewing machine and allows you to take a little bit of this yarn at a time and keep your tension. Tension is very important because when you yarn over, I'm going to show you this. Move your hook, not the yarn. Move your hook in front and behind to hook that yarn over, see? So this way your hook is facing down and you can just drag that yarn through your loop. See? Show you again. Snug it up. I haven't moved my yarn. I move my hook from the front to the back and I turn it down and then I pull it through. Just dragging that yarn through, using the hook. Let the hook do the work. Around, down, and through. Like that. Around, down, and through. So that when you make your chains, they should be pretty much the same size. size, all the same size, because you're keeping that tension on the yarn. You're not letting it go loose or pulling it too tight. Just comfortably. And if you have to, shake out your shoulders every once in a while. Take a deep breath. Let it out, and then let your hook do the work. From the front, around, turn it down and pull it through. Around, turn down and pull it through. Around, turn down and pull it through. And that gives you this chain. Now it's really just a series of slip stitches, but it is a type of a knot, a slip knot. So it can be used as knot magic, okay? So here I am concentrating on this chain, creating this chain. And if I'm new to crochet, there's a certain amount of stress that I am feeling right now. And I am concentrating and I'm putting that stress into each knot. Oh, there you go. Stress. Just focus on it. Put all your stress into those knots. Right? Now, take a deep breath. Hold both ends. Right? You're going to picture all that stress that you just experienced trying to make these knots. You're going to picture it trapped inside those chains. And on the count of 3, we're going to take a deep breath. And we're just going to pull both ends and watch all that stress disappear. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Boom! It's gone. That's the magical part. Just picture that stress flying far away from you. All right? That's better. Now we can do it for real. Okay? Let's go through with that again. Thumb and pointer finger. Thumb and pointer finger. Move your thumbs together. Create your loop. Put the small end, the short end behind, alligator fingers, pull it through. Boom. You've got your slip knot. Insert your hook, snug it up, grab it, hold it up, thumb and middle finger holding the knot from the front, around, down, and through, around, down, and through. Let the hook do the work. Around, down, and through. Around, down, and through. Around, down, and through. Let's do that 12 times. Oh, let's do it 13. 13's a good number. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I've got 11, 12, 13. Now, how did I know that I have 13? How did I count those? Well, if you look at your chain there, right? You see the V's? Looks like a series of V's. The V's are the right size, and each V is a stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Right there. Okay. If you look at the back side, you'll see little bumps. See the little bumps? That's the back. And this is the front. Now that's very important when you want to go back the other way, because you don't want this twisted. If it's twisted, then your work is going to twist. If you want a nice flat piece of material, you have to keep those V's facing you all the time. Okay? So let's go back with a single crochet. Now this is a foundation chain. Okay? I have assigned the correspondence of earth to the foundation chain because it is the foundation. It is the bottom. It is the ground. It is the earth. And you can use these chains as added decoration to something that you've already made to add that earthly element. But everything that you make starts with that earthly element. So it grounds you, right? It grounds you. Right on top of the water, on top of the earth, excuse me, I'm jumping ahead, I'm so excited. I have assigned the water a single crochet stitch, okay? To perform a single crochet stitch, you start in the second chain from your hook. And the reason for that is each stitch has a height. And as you make bigger stitches, you have more height. A single crochet stitch is one chain high. So, in the second chain from your hook, you insert your hook and then grab that yarn again from the back, pulling down, just rake it right through. You're really dragging it through. Hook it and drag it through the two. That is a single crochet stitch, and that is water. So no matter what color you're making an item, you can add the element of water by making it in single crochet stitches. All right, let's do it again. Insert your hook into the next chain, yarn over and drag it through. See, now you have two loops on your hook. Yarn over again and drag it through both of those loops. Single crochet. Insert the hook around and through, around and through two. Single crochet, water. Single crochet to the end of your chains. Insert, drag through two. Insert, yarn over, drag through two. Let that hook do the work for you. Let these fingers feed you the yarn without changing the length of this piece here. You don't want this to get floppy or too tight. You want it just right. My cat Logan is crying. What you want, Logan? You want to say hello to everybody? All right. So now I'm doing one last single crochet. And I have a whole row of single crochet. Now, how many stitches do I have? I started out with 13 chains. And I used one of those chains for the height of the stitches. So I should have 12 single crochets. And I can tell how many I have by looking at the top and counting my V's. You can always count your V's. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You want to keep 12. If you want a square, you want to keep 12. No matter what stitch you're doing. Okay. So let's go back. and do another row, but this time let's do half double crochets. Now, a half double crochet is not much taller than a single crochet. You can get away with doing one chain at the end and then turning it around. Turn it around. You're always, if you're right-handed, you're always going to work from right to left. So, and you're always going to work in the top of your V's. So don't get this twisted. Make sure that the V's are always facing you. Okay? So we had a chain one and a half double crochet. You yarn over first and then put your hook right in that first stitch. Yarn over, pull through, and when you do, you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. There you go. Yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3. Got it? Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3. Do that all the way down. And this half double crochet, I have assigned fire. Okay? The reason why is it's like a dance. Like fire moves. Once you get the hang of it, you just pull it right through. And while you're doing it, you can imagine the fire crackling and the flames dancing. And that will add the element of fire to your piece, no matter what color you are using. All right. See, I haven't changed colors, but I have changed elements. All right, let's see if I still have 12. I should still have 12 because I didn't increase or decrease. And there's my V's. You see the V's? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Beautiful. I'm going to show you one more stitch, and that is a double crochet. And this is the one that I've assigned the element of air. It is taller than the fire, twice as tall as the water. So I'm going to chain 2 before I turn. That gets me up to the height of the stitch so that it doesn't pull down, you know, at the sides. So the double crochet. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. Now you've got 3 on the hook, just like you did for the half double crochet. But instead of pulling through all 3 of them, we're going to yarn over and just pull through 2, yarn over and then pull through the next 2. And that makes a taller stitch. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. This is the element of air. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull it up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. All right, try that to the end. Yarn over, insert, pull 2. Yarn over, insert, pull it up, and 2. It's like you're flying in the air. Not only is this stitch the tallest of the basic stitches. But it is also one that you can use in weaving. I will show you when I finish the end of this. Oops. All right. Last one. Yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch. Yarn over, pull it up. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. Let's see if I still have 12 stitches. I should. There's my V's. See them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There we go. So we had a foundation chain. We had a single crochet, a half double crochet, and a double crochet. And that double crochet is certainly taller. And you see the spaces between the stitches? You can take another yarn or a ribbon and you can weave through those for an added effect. See? Just back and forth through them. If you make a chain, let's make a chain. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, let's say. Cut it off. This is how you fasten it off when you're at the end. You have the little end. You just bring it through the last loop, but bring it all the way through, and it just ties a knot on the end. See? So now you can weave this back and forth through your work. You could put a yarn needle on the end of it if you wanted to help you out. Let's see if I can just do this with my hands. So what am I doing here? I'm adding an element of earth, right? Because this is earth. I'm weaving it through the air. Something that you might want to do if you're feeling kind of airy about something and like a little up in the air about something, and you want to ground yourself. The practice of weaving some of this earth through the air becomes a form of moving meditation. See that? This is also how you would make a drawstring. If you made a bag, right? Say you make yourself a spell bag, a little bag, and you use the earth, the chain, to put through the air, and then this is how you would scrunch up your bag. Lots of different ways to do that, huh? All right. So, what are some of the things that you can do with just your chain stitch? That's where people start. Sometimes that's as far as people get with crocheting. Oh, I can make a chain a mile long, but I don't know how to go back. Well, you can see we can all learn to go back. It just takes some practice, But if you're not ready to be there yet, you can do your chain spell with the chain like we did the first. Pull those ends. Disperse that stress of the day. Just keep a little ball of yarn and a hook in your car, and after work, de-stress a little bit before you get up on the highway, you know. You can also use it as a healing spell, a long-distance healing spell. Think to yourself, imagine a friend or a situation that needs some healing. All right? Make your slip knot. Think about that person, place, or thing. Think about the healing that you want to send to them. Raise that energy either up from the earth or down from the sky. Fill yourself with that energy. Always fill yourself first. Don't empty yourself out. Fiber magic should make you feel better than before. You're filled with that beautiful love and light, and you want to send it out. Let's trap it inside these chains. Love, health, 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 love. Take a deep breath. Keep some of that love and health for yourself. There's no shortage. Picture that person, place, or thing firmly in your mind. Take another deep breath. 1, 2, 3. Pull! Pop! Little pop at the end. Really sends it off. Sends that energy out to where it's needed. So mote it be. A nice way to embellish our chains are with the use of beads. The beads would add the color correspondences. I got some beautiful blue translucent pony beads on this white cotton yarn. So the white can be anything, purity, spirituality, or stand for anything that you need. If you're only going to buy one cotton yarn for your spell work, buy a nice ball of white cotton, and that's all you need. And put your color correspondences in the pony beads, because you can get a whole bag of these in assorted colors. I picked out 8 blue ones. Blue is the throat chakra. Sometimes I need some of that because, you know, I teach and I talk, communicate for a living. I in the real world, I teach customer service. In the magical world, I teach fiber magic. So either way, I am trying to get my point across, trying to find the right words. So I'm going to add these blue beads to my white yarn, and I'm going to add 8 of them because I have assigned the correspondence to the number 8 as success. So this, in my mind, represents success in communication. You might be in need of something like this in a relationship or in your job, just communicating your needs to your boss or your coworkers or your cat. I don't know, the cat must have swallowed a blue bead because it's really communicating. All right, cat, won't be much longer. So you put the beads on the yarn first, right? And you make your slip knot down here at the end, right? And you put your hook through. And I've even got a blue hook. Well, crochet hooks come in all different colors, you know? So there's another layer. Never ends. Never ends. So now you're going to decide how many chains go between your beads. Now, I've got 8 beads for success. The number 4, I have assigned stability, right? That correspondence of stability, foundation, like a square, like a foundation stone, okay? So I want success and stability in my endeavors. So I'm going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I will bring up 1 bead, put it right next to my work, and then pretend it's not there. And just continue. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, see my V's are still there? My bead is on the opposite side. So take that into consideration. Your bead will be on the back side of your work. Okay? Bring up the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4. It just traps that bead into the 4th, or actually the first the first stitch that you made in your series of 4. And when you're doing this as part of your moving meditation, there's lots of 4s that you can do: earth, air, fire, and water. Oh, it'd be good to sing. Ladies, spin your circle bright. Another beat. Weave your web of dark and light. One more. Earth, air, fire, and water. Bind us as one. And here's the 8th one. So, mote it be. So now you have 8 beads trapped in your chains, evenly across on the back, but that doesn't matter. Cut your cord, fasten off by just bringing the end right through that last one and pulling it. Forms a knot. And now you've got a little wrap bracelet. See? You can tie those ends together, or you could use a safety pin or some other kind of latch, and you can make this as long as you want. Even if you only use the 8 beads, you could put more chains between them, either more beads or more chains to make it wrap around 2 times, 3 times, whatever you like. Yes? So what do you think about that? Now that is something, some magic, a lot of magic that you can do with just the foundation chain in crocheting. Just imagine where you can go from here. This is only the beginning of fiber magic. Well, I hope you all try it and post in the coven, Fiber Magic Crochet Coven on Facebook, any comments or any projects that you do, any questions that you have, I'd be glad to answer. And remember that the book Fiber Magic, A Witch's Guide for Spellcasting Using Crochet, Knotwork, and Weaving is coming out on November 8th. It is in pre-order right now from Llewellyn. You can go to llewellyn.com and reserve a copy. And if you're local in the Fort Lauderdale area on December 4th, I'm going to be having a book signing party. It's going to be a party at Love and Light Spiritual Emporium in Fort Lauderdale. I'm going to sign the books. We're going to have games, snacks. You can do some shopping, and you can buy some raffle tickets. I have several of the pieces that were photographed for the book, and I'm going to raffle them off, the actual pieces that were photographed for the book. So it should be a lot of fun. And the 3 weeks before that, I'm going to be at Camelot Days in Hollywood at TY Park. So for the first 3 weekends of November, we're going to be vending there. Carl the drum guy and I are going to put up the purple fiber magic castle and have all kinds of stuff going on there for you. All right, well, that's it for me tonight. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you have any more suggestions for tutorials in the future, please let me know. In the meantime, stay crafty, and thanks for playing with me. Merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again.